and I actually was able to generate them leads at £5.36 a pop or something like that, which is absolutely insane. So in the last business video update I actually talked about how I may have landed my first client. I actually went on to sign on another client as a trial. I actually went through the trial, worked with these people, and kind of proved to myself that I could actually get results. I actually, it was in the dentist niche. One of them was in the dentist niche, one of them was a hair salon. With my dental client, I was able to generate them £35,000 worth of new potential leads in just 10 days. So I was super like stoked about that. Kind of proved to myself that, you know, I actually kind of know what I'm talking about, and I can actually provide a business with some sort of results. I actually managed to half their cost per lead down from £70 to £35 on average, using running a certain campaign with them, which was just amazing, because then I could potentially double their business. I mean, if you're spending half the money to acquire a customer, then I could potentially double your business within the next 90-day period. So that was awesome, like, experience. I actually learned how to onboard clients, how to work with people. Actually, you know, I had to push myself out of my comfort zone, that sort of stuff. It was an amazing experience. I managed to get good screenshots of like all my results and stuff, so now I can leverage that, which I have done, which I'll talk about in a second. And on one particular campaign I ran with them, it was a retargeting ad that we set up, that I set up, should I say, and I actually was able to generate them leads at £5.36 a pop or something like that, which is absolutely insane, because if you think about it, that's like the price of like a Starbucks coffee and a cookie or some shit. But for that same price, instead of spending it on, you know, stupid shit like a coffee and a frigging cookie, I was able to generate them leads for their business that could potentially go on to, because it's a dental niche, like go on to, you know, buy veneers or something like that, which was like £800 a single tooth. So that's actually crazy. I mean, who wouldn't want to trade like £5 for possible 800 plus? I mean, some of the services they were providing, like a dental implant, for example, that could cost up to like 1.5k, 2k, or some crazy number like that for one implant. We're not even going to get into like bridges and crowns and stuff like that. Those are like the creme of the crop, like type of services. So what's happened since then is I didn't get the close. This is 100% my fault. Let me explain it to you guys. Basically, I got greedy. First of all, the positioning that I was in, it was awful. This is why I've stopped doing trials now. The script that I was using, I was coming across as like a beginner, like the curious student. If you guys are familiar with Dan Henry, he kind of uses a script where it's basically you approach a business and you're like basically curious, and you're basically asking them, hey, I will generate you results for free if you pay for the ad budget, and basically saying that you're just getting started in this niche and that you're, you know, looking to take on testimonials and stuff like that. It kind of gives you a bad positioning when it's time to extend your hand out to actually receive a retainer from them, to actually ask them for a monthly retainer from them. And the retainer I actually splurted out was a ridiculous number. I'm not even going to repeat the number that I was splurging out, because in my head I kind of got a little bit cocky, I'm not even gonna lie, which is my bad. I've completely fucked up on that. Not to mention that it was like, I've never actually done any type of sales, never had a sales job, never had a job in ever, except for like work experience. So it was like my first ever experience with something like this, like actually asking for money. And I'm telling you, it is the most uncomfortable thing I've ever had to do, like asking for money. It was just, I didn't even want to do it over the phone. That's how uncomfortable I was at it. But now I'm a bit more comfortable, a bit more out there. Definitely more comfortable, definitely more out there. So I didn't get the close, but it was an amazing experience. And what I can do with that now, and which I actually have done, is I've taken my own results and use that as my own case study. So I am now my own case study. So I can now basically, you know, when I'm talking to a new potential dental client, I can actually say, yeah, this is the results I was able to generate this particular client of mine. And obviously that's going to kind of show them that I know kind of what I'm talking about. So yeah, Montel, you completely fucked up on that positioning, and your sales pitch was absolutely terrible. Even though you had a script, you didn't want to stick to it. That's my mistake. Gonna fix that. Glad it happened. So now that I know that was my mistakes, I can rectify that, come back and then get the close next time. Okay, so then after I finished working with those two clients, I dropped the hair salon stuff and just niched down into the dentist industry. I want to become a authority figure in that niche, just because I actually know what I'm doing now. I can actually see, basically I've got all like the funnels set up. Like I can just literally copy and paste those funnels, and like the ad copy and stuff like that. I don't have to reinvent the wheel, which is the kind of thing I recommend you guys do. Niche down and make sure you're, you know, able to template, copy and paste your service delivery, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel each and every time you get a new client in a different niche. So that's what I kind of recommend to you guys. So after working with these two clients over a period of 2 to 3 weeks, that took me into like the first week of November. That's when I kind of got my hands on Sam Ovens' course, and I went through his course, and it was like, like, yo, bro, I am telling you, that course right there is the SHIT, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. It is the shit, I'm telling you. It teaches you everything, and like most of his teaching is like none other. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, this guy is so far ahead of the game. It's not even funny. Like, speechless. I'm kind of speechless. This is the thing. I can remember seeing Sam Ovens' ad on like a YouTube video, and I would just skip them every time and just think scam. And I've been through his course now, and it's just like, how stupid can you actually be? At least just listen to him for an hour and then do your own research and come back with your findings, then to prove that he's actually a scam. But the results he's getting for some of his students is just ridiculous, and like he's now one of my top favorite go-to entrepreneurs, hands down, without a doubt. Teaches you how to focus, teaches you how to really get results, and he just shows you that like what most of the digital marketing space and the online business space, when everyone's selling these courses, is just, most of it's just shit compiled together, just regurgitated shit. And he is the literally market leader. It sounds like I'm kind of like on his ass right now, but no homo. But like, he is the top dog of the top dogs. Hands out to Sam. Okay, so moving on, I went through Sam Ovens' course. Each video is like 2 hours, 2.5 hours each. So it took me ages to get through this course, and I was trying to watch them back to back, but the knowledge is so dense that you just cannot watch them back to back. You are taking notes, arms burning, feeling like you just hit some workout and shit. But the knowledge is amazing. Like, it teaches you how to build a funnel, teaches you your outreach stuff, it teaches you like these mindset stuff in like week 2. Completely different. It's not a different realm, different dimension type of shit. It's like aliens plus UFOs on DMT. But yeah, I ended up going through Sam Ovens' course. Took me a good couple of weeks, I'm not gonna lie, because I was trying to grow. I was trying to do 2 things at once. I was trying to watch the course and still outreach to people, but then I kind of stopped it all outreach. Then I just focused solely on Sam Ovens. He basically is a big proponent of like focus, just getting laser focused, focusing on one thing. So that's kind of why I stayed off of YouTube. So having gone through Sam Ovens' course, I kind of seen where I was going wrong, fucking up, and how to kind of rectify it. So what I did was in the course, he teaches you how to build like a case study funnel. I actually built a case study funnel leveraging my own results. So basically it's a way to automate your sales. Basically, everyone knows that funnels are a good way to sell like high ticket programs and stuff like that. Webinars and funnels are a good way to sell like high ticket stuff, and like 1K per month for like a digital marketing service like Facebook ad services is definitely considered high ticket, especially if you're in the dentist niche where you can charge even more than that. Just don't get greedy like I did. So yeah, the funnel actually acts as like a way to automatically sell and move prospects from like a cold person to a warm person, and to kind of like show off your results, break their limiting beliefs, and move them up the sales process. Basically, I'll kind of give you a 1,000-foot overview on what's happening with my business right now. So I've got the funnel as like the main centerpiece, and then around it there's like organic traffic methods. So one would be like email pushing to the case study funnel. One would be like Facebook direct outreach to the case study funnel. Another one, I don't do cold calls. I don't believe in cold calls anymore, not in my niche anyway. Trust me, I did like over 300, got zero return on that time investment, zero friggin' meetings. So another direct outreach would be like Instagram DMs, or like reading like my blog page or Facebook posts or whatever. So you've got your branches basically, which have different touch points, and they all drive into this one funnel. This one funnel then heats up the traffic that's going through this. So like your potential prospects, potential clients go through this funnel, they watch the video, it's about 30 minutes long. Then it churns out, basically at the end I ask for, if you're interested, contact me, hit the button below to book a discovering call to see if you are a good fit for what I do. And then that basically churns out discovery calls and automatically gets updated into my calendar. I get a text message on my phone saying I've got a new discovery call and an application that I need to look at. So it's kind of like I can pre-qualify these leads now, because they actually have to fill out an application form that basically asks where their business is at right now, where they want to go, what revenue they're currently at, what revenue their goal revenue basically, what's stopping them from getting there, and that sort of stuff. So it basically pre-qualifies the leads even more. Then obviously I qualify leads before I even hit them up. Then they go through my funnel. Then that qualifies them even more. Then I can actually see who's a good fit for what I do right from there. And then I can in one like click of a button, I can actually cancel someone's application whether or not they're a good fit for what I do. And I don't even have to like type out the email itself. It just automatically emails them for me. And this is great because I remember back in the day, I actually recorded this. If you look back on one of my videos, I actually talk about how I was messing up with my discovery calls, like following up with them. But now with this funnel, it automatically follows up with people. So it will send them like an email as soon as they book a discovery call. It sends them an email to put it in their calendar. It then sends them an email 24 hours before they actually jump on a call with me, 12 hours before they jump on a call with me, and 1 hour before they jump on a call with me. So it consistently follows up with them. And then I actually host my discovery calls on Zoom, which is amazing because you can share your screen and stuff like that if you actually need to. And I've got the best script on the entire planet coming from Sam Ovens. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening with my business right now. But just a word of warning, it took me ages to build out my own case study funnel. I had to put all the slides together. There's a lot of slides. I believe there was over 100 slides. I had to kind of write a script because I was a newbie at this shit and I kind of didn't know what to say. Sam Ovens gives you all these templates and stuff like that, but I was still kind of stuck on what to say and how to make it, my own kind of script, and how to kind of put my own twist on it, my own flavor on it. It kind of took me I think it took me about 2 weeks. So that took me into like mid to the end of November. I then had to lead source. So after I built my case study funnel, had it all complete, still not reaching out. So I stopped all my outreach. I then just solely focused on gathering a bunch of leads and using my own systems that I've actually had to develop. I've been through a lot of courses and none of these actually teach this sort of system. But I was able to put together like 1.2k dentist leads into an Excel sheet, like automatically with the systems that I've actually had to develop myself. That was amazing because I literally just went to Google and typed in like, what are the top cities in the UK? And it just spit out like a bunch of the top cities in the UK, so like London, Manchester, Birmingham, all these big cities and stuff like that. And so what I did then was just put the words in private dentist in, and then just inserted the different city names as I went down the list, and I ended up scraping like 41. I scraped almost the whole of UK, so like 41 different cities for dentist leads. So I just know every dentist now. I've been through thousands of websites, literally thousands of websites, without even exaggerating. I can tell you right now that these dentists are kind of sucky at marketing, and I'm glad about that, because obviously my services, I help dentists generate more leads online with Facebook ads and funnels and stuff like that now. So yeah, there's definitely potential market there. I can see that. So I'm happy about that. Like I said, what I did then was I basically, through testing, trial and error, I knew what sort of subject lines in emails worked for them, what sort of body, like copy in the actual emails got a response, and what didn't. This was through testing before I even got into Sam Owens' course, and before all of this. Basically, when I was first starting out, I kind of was testing stuff here and there to see what works, what doesn't. So I actually had that as a past reference point that I could actually go back to and utilize now that I'm actually fully set up. So I also knew from past testing that video DM messages actually worked pretty well, way better than cold calling. I'll actually give you some real numbers here. I did 300 cold calls, 0 meetings. One day I sent out 30 video messages, just 30 of them. I ended up landing 2 discovery calls, which that conversion rate on that particular day was like 1 in 15. I don't know what the overall conversion rate is. I should be tracking this. Well, I actually am tracking this, but I actually haven't worked it out yet because it's just too early into this. I only started, again, on the 7th of January. So long story short is I had 1,200 potential leads in a Excel sheet. And I needed to reach out to these guys all with video message, because I know that video message works better than text. Think about it, in fact. When you're running a Facebook ad, everyone tells you, Facebook ads work better than a picture ad or text. And that's just how it goes. People are turning to video more and more now. So I'm thinking, okay, how can I stand out from the rest of these marketers? Because dentists are one of the hardest niche to get into. Like, they are the busiest people. They're barely on social media. They barely check their emails. They are the busiest of the busiest. Dentists are like legit one of the hardest niche to get into, because they're super busy all the time. They're barely on their phones, I can imagine. It's just, there's a high barrier of entry especially if you're trying to do cold calls. It's literally futile if you're doing cold calls for dentists, trying to get dentists, unless you actually keep cold calling, hammering out the cold calls, like multiple touch points on cold calls, so like following up cold calls type of thing. So like I was saying, I had 1,200 different dentists in a list, in an Excel list that I needed to hit up with video, and there was no way I was going to go through and record a 1 minute video, because like on Instagram there's a 1 minute limit, video limit. So I wanted to keep these videos 1 minute and under. So I developed a script basically, and I went through the script, and I noticed that I couldn't say the script the whole way through for a minute without fucking up or stuttering, and I was just basically too judgmental on myself. So what I did was I chopped it up into little pieces, put them together, and then this is quite a smart thing that I actually developed on my own, is that, okay, so we've got the script here, so this is like the first 55 seconds of the script, and then the first 5 seconds would be their name. So what I mean by that is, say like there's A dentistry, B dentistry, C dentistry. I'd go down the list and say everybody's name on one continuous video, just literally just sat like this with the camera where it is now, just saying, hi A dentistry, hi B dentistry, hi C dentistry, hi B, and then basically I would clip those names onto the script so it looks like I'm saying hi A dentistry, and then flowing into the script. So that's what I was doing. I know you guys are probably gonna steal that and it's kind of gonna bite me, but this is the sort of stuff I was doing. I kind of like had to systemize it, because there was just no way I was gonna record 1,200 videos. I'd rather just say 1,200 names like this. So I actually went through and said 1,200 names, clipped and merged those together. That took me about a week. It was so friggin' long. I had to put them into a editing software and just clip them together, splice them together, or whatever you want to call it, and then export them, each and every one. I ended up with 1,200 individual videos with a person's name at the start and then the script at the end. Then I'm just literally just sending those out, trying to get a response. It's working pretty well at the moment. I mean, I'm only 10 days into this, like literally just 10 days into this, but I'm already churning out discovery calls. I've also set up a system for LinkedIn. So basically, I've just systemized everything. Everything's literally systemized. I've systemized LinkedIn to auto connect and reach out to people. Systemized emails. So I actually was able to download everyone's emails into a CSV file, upload that CSV file into a email software, blast everybody out the email. I was able to systemize, not really automate this bit, but I was able to systemize the video. I call them video drops, like video drop messages, because you're just dropping a video in the inbox. I was able to systemize that. Literally the whole system's kind of systemized, and this is where I'm at currently. So no clients yet, but I can imagine it's just a matter of time by now. I'm literally churning out discovery calls and discovery calls, so I'm happy where I'm at right now. Got the experience, got the case studies to back me up, and all that work has now led me up until like the 21st of December, and the 21st of December going onwards until like the 7th of January is kind of like a holiday phase where there's literally no one in business, and it's super hard to get hold of anyone over that time period. So I started again on the 7th, and this is where I'm up to now. So literally basically just rebuilt my whole agency again, which is friggin' annoying. And I've started on the 7th, and now it's the 17th of January, and this is where I'm at now. So another announcement I actually need to make, and a kind of update in my business, is that I've actually started coaching calls for people who want to learn how to get their first client, even if it's just on a friggin' trial. Because literally I've been there where it's like you're just trying so hard and like just can't get any work, and everything seems hopeless, and you just want something, anything that you can literally get, you'll take it. Not only that, but I actually believe that I don't believe in trials anymore, but I will help you get a trial if you need one, just so you can get that, those results, and then you can actually build out a case study funnel. I don't recommend trials anymore, because the value we can actually bring to people with our services is tenfold the price that we're actually charging now. And now I actually truly believe that. Before I didn't actually believe that. That's why I probably was scared to ask for a retainer fee when it was time to sell. But now I truly believe in my services, and that I can actually help people. So you see how I kind of don't recommend the trials, but now that I've done a trial and actually like got results for people, it's just boosted my confidence. So I've actually opened up coaching calls, teaching people how to actually systemize their social media marketing agency, so that they can scrape leads on automatic, reach out to leads automatically, automate LinkedIn. So I've started to use that as well. That's also generating some great results for me at the moment. How to automate their outreach, basically systemize their outreach, and basically just automate the whole process, from the selling process with the funnel to the automatic lead scraping to the automatic emailing, like sending hundreds of emails a day, literally just automating everything. So a coaching call is available for you guys. I'm trying not to book up my calendar too much with coaching calls, but for the serious people who are interested, there is a link in the description that you can actually go and book one. You have to fill out the application form, or you just won't get accepted. And if you don't fill it out in great detail, I'll just cancel your call. So 2019 so far has been a great year for me. I have been working out every single day, waking up on time. I actually changed my wake up time from 5:30 to 6:30, because that allows me to, basically I was eating lunch too late. I was actually eating lunch at like 10 p.m. when I was supposed to be going to bed at 10 p.m. And because I was eating, it was kind of fucking up my blood sugar levels, and it was bringing me down in the morning. But now I can actually eat at like 10 p.m. and still get to bed just an hour before. I actually recommend eating 2 hours before, but I noticed that like when I'm waking up at 6:30, it's easier. I'm feeling more energized. I'm working out. I've actually started taking cold showers as well, just so I can get just so I can actually make my mornings so grueling that the tasks for that day, whatever I was dreading, just feels so much easier than my mornings, basically. So I made the mornings so tough that the tough things that I had to actually do in that day seem like light work, basically. So yeah, everything's going great at the moment. Gonna continue pushing. I've not missed a single day. I'm at my sharpest, most smart, most focused, most fit I've actually been in a long time. My anxiety is dying out. and I'm feeling just overall pumped and ready for the new year. So I hope you guys are having a great new year, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. So like I said, links in the description if you guys want a coaching call. But other than that, I'm super happy where I'm at right now, and I'm going to continue to push you guys. So with that being said, this is all for today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one soon. I plan on dropping 3 videos a week now. So yeah guys, like, comment and subscribe, and peace.